Hello, everybody, and welcome back to reviewing every single WrestleMania main event in history. Today, we are on episode 25, reviewing WrestleMania 25, where we saw the legend killer Randy Orton take on the game Triple H. This match is probably the most boring of the WrestleMania matches from what I've seen of it. A lot of people don't like it. They think Shawn versus Undertaker should have main evented. Obviously, it didn't, so I do have to unfortunately review this match instead. I've never seen it before, and I don't know much about it, so I'll be giving you my very raw reactions after I've seen the bout. Hey everybody, just got finished watching the match, and this match is pretty good. I don't think it's going to be making the top 5, maybe the top 10, but it's probably somewhere in the middle of all the ones we've seen so far. I do think the action and the story is really good, but the ending is a little bit too flat, and there are a lot of dead spots during the match. But let's get into the match itself. So there is a lot of pre-match for this one, so I'm going to try and go through it relatively fast. So Randy won the 2009 Royal Rumble to earn this opportunity, eliminating Triple H last, who had just since won the WWE title, meaning they would face off against one another. In the build, Randy had attacked the entire McMahon family, except Linda, by punt kicking Vince and Shane. That's his new pseudo finisher at the time. It's basically just a kickoff, and pedigreeing. What am I saying? RKOing Stephanie McMahon. So in response, Triple H broke into Randy's house. So completely normal. Randy responded to that by attacking Triple H on Raw, DDTing and kissing his wife, Stephanie McMahon. So Legacy and the other McMahon dudes, Shane and Vince, have been brawling intermittently. Legacy are Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase Jr., obviously. So there's been a lot of build-up to this match. There's also a new stipulation added by Vicky Guerrero. I don't know if this was in the spur of the moment, but if Triple H gets DQ'd or counted out, he also loses the title. So Randy enters first to mostly boos. And the story going in is that Randy in this build has been taking everything from Triple H because Triple H had turned on Randy when he won the world title at the age of 24. So, he's angry. You made my life bad, so I'm going to make your life bad. The one thing he hasn't taken yet is the WWE Championship. So Triple H is next in his kind of, cool entrance. He has his sledgehammer, and he, throws it like a javelin through a giant mirror, and it shatters, It's Stone Cold! Oh, it's not Stone Cold. Oh, well, But nonetheless, the match begins after both men reach the ring. And they stare each other down for a while, both before and a little bit into the match. But they start immediately, fists, forearms, kicks. They are beating each other up because they have a very intense rivalry at the moment. So Triple H is really just brutalizing Orton in the corner. So the referee has to pull him off. Like, hey, you can't do that. You be using all of these big strikes. You can't get in the corner, be touching the rope. So Triple H is like, okay, fine. Which allows Orton enough time to recover, and a minute into the match, RKO Triple H. Just kicking things off really quick. Speaking of kicking, Randy tries to go for the punt kick as Triple H is, stunned getting up. But as he goes in for the move, Trips is able to move out of the way. And as Randy turns around, kicks him straight in the stomach, sets up, hooks him, pedigree to Randy. So both finishers have already been done during this match. We already saw the RKO by Randy, bang, Triple H is down. Oh, going for the punt. And now we already have, 2 minutes in, the pedigree. So both men have been finishered, and yet they still work a 23-minute match. Wrestling logic, everybody. We all love it. So they continue to brawl after both men finally are able to recover, and Trips takes things outside of the ring, beating up Randy with the stairs a little bit, throwing him into the post, and then Randy himself is able to kind of reverse some of those moves, but Triple H is still able to throw him back in the ring. So Randy's kind of up at this point. Triple H had taken a second to kind of get a breather, threw him back in the ring. And so while Triple H is, going towards him, like, I'm going to beat him up more, Randy's like, wait. But Triple H is like, boom, and does not care, absolutely beats up Randy Orton further, and that makes sense. Randy Orton at this time would be doing insane stuff to, people he was feuding with, so it's valid by Triple H to keep doing that. Using just in kayfabe story, that makes perfect sense. So they go back to the outside, and Triple H is trying to throw Randy into the steps, but he spins around and throws Triple H into the steps. throws him into the post and then over the barricade. And since he can win the title by countout, rolls back in the ring and is like, oh, let's go. Ref, count him out, count him out, count him out. But Triple H is able to return to the ring at 7. So now we're about a third of the way into the match. This match so far, nothing that wrong with it. It's been pretty prototypical, changing control here and there, nothing too wrong. So Orton continues to beat him down. Triple H occasionally tries to come back, but Randy stays generally in the lead for about 7 minutes. Common sevens here. Lucky. Unlike this match. So Triple H comes back after Randy's running the ropes with one of his leaping Harley race knees, because they keep calling it that whenever I watch one of these matches. But Randy's running the ropes, he's running, bounce, flying knee to the face, knocks Orton down. He also does a knee lift. Triple H loves using them knees. And then takes control himself. They toss each other about the ring. That's literally the best way I can describe this. Grab each other, boom, Orton comes back up, whop, they are just launching each other. Round and round they go. So both men alternate trying to hit their finishers. Like, Randy goes for the RKO. Triple H is able to push him off. Randy hits off the ropes. Goes for the pedigree. Randy's able to turn it around. However, after they do this silly, circus-looking thing, like they look like a clown show right now. I'm not saying the match is bad. It kind of is. But they're, flipping all around the place, avoiding all these moves. But after quite a while, Randy, after going for the RKO again, getting pushed off into the rope, is caught by Triple H. Back, turnaround, spine buster. Obviously one of Triple H's many good moves. Triple H hypes himself up. He's like, yeah, because I am the game and I'm come to play. Ooh. Because that's the thing he does. So while Triple H is being all, I have beaten up this viper. I can defeat snakes. Randy is able to reverse the pedigree attempt and take control himself. With one of those reverse backbreakers, they look incredibly painful. The best way to describe it, Victoria, her move was like the Widow's Peak. It's basically that over a knee. So you got your opponent positioned like this, and you just break their back as such right over your knee. Looks really painful because they get a ton of torque when they do it, and Triple H sells it pretty well because, Triple H, he's pretty good. He's no Okada, but he's pretty good at selling, pretty good at doing wrestling, and I like that. So Randy goes for the punt kick again because that's what he's trying to do during this match. He's punt kicked, I think, everybody in the McMahon family at this point. I didn't mention it because they didn't show it in the highlight package, but that makes sense if he's done it to everybody. So he goes for the punt kick again, but this time Triple H is able to catch the leg, work Randy over to the rope, and flip him all the way over. Now Triple H is in control. He goes to the outside himself and starts beating up Randy. He knees him like really good in the face. It was a knee or a kick, and it looked really bad. Like generally when you do a kick, right, it'll look how do I make this look good? So then they kind of move. But this thing goes just bang, boom, and Randy has to sell it really well. Looks pretty painful. And Triple H, he grabs one of the monitors off the table and he's like, I'm gonna hit you with it. But the referee's like, hey, you'll lose your title if you get disqualified. Triple H is like, oh, fine. Oh, shucks. Darn. Puts it back and instead goes for a pedigree on top of the announce table. But since he took too long, Randy is able to reverse this attempt by backdropping him onto the other announce table. They actually broke the English one, I believe. So, go Spanish announce team. Let's go. I don't listen to the Spanish announce team. They get beat up in all of these matches because the ref inevitably gets bumped or there's always something going on with the tables outside. Happens all the time in these. If you've seen the previous ones, you know what I'm talking about. So Randy thinks, I have beaten up Triple H a lot. Should I let him just get counted out? And he goes in the ring like he wants it. And he's like, no. So he rolls back out and does his draping DDT where he puts their feet on the ropes. Gah, 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 DDT. He just does that on the table instead, straight onto the barely covered cement floor. So now he's like, yeah, yippee, this must defeat the game. So he rolls back inside the ring. He's happy. However, at a very close 9, and it should have been 10. The ref counted a bit fast. But Triple H rolls in. It's 8, 9, 10, and it's right there that he's in. Like, he's in right before the ref would say 10 technically, but the ref probably should have started saying 10 right as Triple H was moving. Really weird timing, but nonetheless, Orton angrily, he's very angry during this match because it's 2009 Randy Orton, beats up Triple H. I mean, just decapitated him. That's probably what would have happened. I mean, if the ref didn't stop it, geez, man, he goes all out. He is boom, 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 kick, 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 four. Absolutely dominating the game. But after a minute, the ref's like, hey, man, stop that. And he's standing in the corner trying to watch them wrestle. However, Randy just throws Triple H into him, does one of those little tackles in the corner. The ref's like, ooh, and then he just does it again, pulls Triple H back, bang, and absolutely demolishes this poor ref. Orton's like, the referee is gone. Goes outside the ring, grabs a sledgehammer because that's Triple H's weapon, and it honestly a really good spot here. This is actually really cool. So Randy's trying to crawl back in the ring through the low rope. He's between the middle and low ropes. He's crawling back in with the sledgehammer. Triple H, who's kind of dazed over here, runs all the way around the ring, punt kick to Randy as he's going in. Really great spot. I don't know if I can show it due to copyright claims, but it's really good looking. I do recommend you check that out for yourself. This is really the finishing sequence of the match here, where now Triple H has the hammer since Orton has been hit, grabs it and hits Randy straight in the throat, knocking down the Viper. The ref starts to come to. He's like, oh, whoa, oh, look, they're fighting. Goes over there, he's like, oh, yeah, cool. Triple H delivers a few more forearms, sets up Randy, delivers a pedigree. 1, 2, 3. The match is over. Triple H has retained his WWE Championship over the Viper. It is a 3 count. Now, my opinions on the match. Ooh, I don't know about this. This match, it feels okay. You know, this is a very B show main event. This is something I would absolutely see main eventing a Payback or a Fast Lane, for example. This isn't really a WrestleMania main event. Ending's pretty bad because generally at a WrestleMania ending, you need to have like one of them's about to hit their finisher. Oh, countered into the other person's finisher, and oh, let's go. But this is just kind of, oh, he punted him, and then it's at like a 2-minute gap before the match is over. Like the punt kick should have been. Triple H should have gone like, oh, let's go. Goes for the pedigree instantly. The ref's able to come back. 1, 2, and just barely make that slow 3 count. That would have been a lot better, in my opinion. Maybe you can throw the sledgehammer hit in there as well. But nonetheless, doesn't matter. They already booked it. It was, 14 years ago now? So I can't change it. But I will say this match is okay. Again, it's not going to go in the top 5. Probably give this a B. It would be better if the ending wasn't so bad. I really do not like how they booked that. But I don't really have just my own opinions. You have your opinions as well, so leave them down in the comments below. Make sure to leave them good or bad. I don't really care. I love reading comments, seeing what you all think. Make sure you have a good day, good evening, good night, good morning, good dawn, good dusk, good whatever. Make sure you watch any former or future episodes of this series, and goodbye.